people, what is up? Hello, how's it going, everybody? I am joined right now. It's kind of my fault, but it's also Corey's fault, but it's kind of like everybody's fault, including the person I just came in. His fault too. We're all late, but last minute as it is, but it's okay because at the same time, dude, when are we
just immediately start? Hey, we're starting in 2 minutes. Cool, we're already live. Fuck.
Oh yeah, but I can never tell when we're actually gonna start anymore, man. I mean, dude, I don't even know what show it is today. I messaged Corey 3 fucking times.
No, I get that. That's fine. I'm just like next time I just text you, be like, yo, we're to say live. So don't say we're allowed to say live, so I know what to kind of pop it.
People, classic diva shit.
Hey, I want to come in here with like my fucking shirt half open.
Look,
Alan's probably not a good
what we doing, yo?
Alan's the type of diva that deserves green M&Ms, no blues, no reds.
This is Jennifer Lopez.
All I asked was tell me we're live. That's all I asked.
Dude, what do you call me going,
bro,
we're live?
How special you
yeah,
think
but
you
said that like
they didn't even tell Bill O'Reilly they were live. He just assumed.
Yeah, Alan.
Usually, like 90% of the time, we pop in. There's 5 minutes. Hey, we're live. Okay, cool.
Notification.
Not today, dude.
Yeah, I uninstalled Twitch on there, and I didn't get the notification because it always made you sad. Because you wanted to fuck with me constantly, so I did that to make you feel better. See the things I do for you?
I fucking like hate you. I really do.
I miss you too, buddy.
Oh my god, Ganja, how you doing, man?
I'm doing fine, man. Just took a nice week off, just relaxing, playing with my
wow,
boat.
that's where you're putting your boat in.
I mean, you can hear me if Alan interrupt me.
Yeah. I know. Like he got one sentence and is already interrupted twice.
I got one in.
I'm sorry.
Jesus fucking Christ, Alan. I want the caffeine that you have, please. I need it. I'm tired.
That ain't caffeine. That's pure
Actually,
cocaine.
I haven't had caffeine all day.
Yeah, well, I don't damn crack, whatever the fuck it is. Jesus goddamn Christ.
That's that shit that powers Columbia.
Anyways, no, Alan, how you doing? Let's start over, okay? Like no busting each other's balls or anything. How you doing?
You set yourself up for that one.
I couldn't help myself.
You better catch a spanking.
What the fuck's he gonna do? Fly to Canada?
He's gonna pick you up like one of those cats in the anime and just fucking spank you right in front of everybody.
Punching me in the stomach.
You know how pity I am? I'm ready to make this the shittiest podcast we've ever done on purpose. Just so you.
Welcome to a regular show, folks.
I might just keep it on me and just stare at shit.
Wow.
So that one podcast Gaja did with Jet, where he was high as shit, jerk play Christmas games.
Oh man, that was fun. My favorite one was getting like drunk as shit with Jet and like playing Star Fox where I forgot the controls completely.
You know what, Lace?
Up, down, left, right.
No, I forgot like how to shoot. Like I was just.
Hey, Corey's calling me.
Is he? Tell him we said
yeah,
hi.
I'll be right back, everybody.
Tell Daddy we said
put
hi.
it on Alan. Alan, do something. Dance, clown.
Okay, do something. So, immediately, basically, okay, I'll just do a quick review. So, Wheel of Time just came out, and I'm kind of halfway through episode 3.
Is it
so at least
related to Wheel of Fortune?
No, you'd think so. And no wheels and no time. But it's, look, basically Amazon's like, hey, we want to do a book show to get ready for Lord of the Rings because that's coming out at some fucking point. And I like Rosamund Pike. I think she's a fantastic actress. So that's why I watched the show because I'm like, I wonder what she's going to be like in the show. And first episode was dreadfully dull. It's just a bunch of people just kind of chilling and you don't really know what's going on. They put out all these terms of, oh, look at this magic, look at this, look at that. And you don't really get what's going on because it's the start of a series. They give you all this information without really much context, but it's not done in a way that's interesting. It's done in a way that's like very mundane. And then the last 10 minutes is a very, very good action scene. Fantastic choreography, pretty good visuals. And then episode 2, it continues the momentum a little bit, but it loses it about halfway through. And episode 3 is just like, it's like the worst of the start of Game of Thrones. I know you kind of showed up about halfway through, but Game of Thrones, the first season was very, very meandering. It took a while to really get started. This has the same problem, but at least Game of Thrones had a little bit of like, child murder to keep it going. This really has nothing going on for it.
They have child murder. They had incest followed by child murder.
Oh yeah. The first episode of Game of Thrones, some dude's fucking his sister and then attempts to murder a child. That's how the series starts.
I wish that we can that you could be involved in every conversation you had with a Game of Thrones fan where I tell them I don't like when the show does that. It doesn't do that all the time. No.
Oh no, it doesn't. What are you talking? It does it a lot. It doesn't.
Well, I'm not the one who says it. Yeah, I'm saying the other people do. I like how you're arguing with me through them, like or something like.
I'm on your side.
Okay,
it's like he's fighting an exorcist. The demons are within you.
Yeah, but no, but like that's the thing. You always say that, and then another thing too is like they say like, well, I mean, come on, like, did you give it a chance? It's like, dude, like that happens in the first episode. So like, by giving it a chance, it proves my point without even having to watch it. Like instantly.
Well, again,
it's
as much as it's a plot point. It is a huge plot. In fact, the series starts off because of it, but there's more to it. Is the best way to sum it up. It's not just fuck it, we're doing that for the hell of it. It's like it's taboo in the show. Like you're not supposed to be doing this. And the reason that they try to murder the child is because he finds out.
So what
and the guy goes,
by the way, again? What show are you talking about?
Oh,
again?
I was reviewing Wheel of Time, but what I'm talking about right now was Game of Thrones.
Okay, no, because you're comparing another show to Game of Thrones right now, so that's why I was trying to wonder, like, what's that show?
Yeah, Wheel of Time.
I'll show a trailer what you're talking about too, because I'm surprised by this. This kind of it's coming up out of nowhere a little bit. Like people are talking about this quite a bit. I'm surprised.
It's been advertised a lot, especially leading up to its release a couple days ago. I feel like it came out a couple days ago. Mm-hmm. It's not selling me. Like I know the people that like the book apparently aren't even liking the show because it changes a lot. But even with this, it's like, look, I generally like fantasy. It's one of my favorite genres. My favorite game of all time is Ocarina of Time, for fuck's sake. So I generally like the fantasy genre, swords and shields and magic. That's always cool to me. But it takes so much, especially because I like long, drawn-out shows. The problem is there's nothing really enticing. I barely remember anyone's name. I don't have a character I'm really latching onto. And I'm mostly just waiting for the show to click because it's doing a lot of stuff where it's jumping to scenes. It's jumping this whole world. It's like first day of class. Hey, Billy, say something about yourself. Okay, Billy. And then it moves on to the next person. That's kind of how these shows generally start. But it's not really that engaging. Yeah, Solar's in chat. I don't know. You probably read the Wheel of Time book. You're into that kind of stuff. So you probably already read it. But with this, it's not engaging enough. But Game of Thrones, I felt had the same problem. I didn't like the first season of Game of Thrones until maybe the last couple episodes when it started to really pick itself up. So I don't want to sit there and be like, oh, don't watch the show. But, like, wait till the season comes out, and if it nails it and it's positive, then go and watch it. But this is one of the ones where I would say I would sit and wait until people start really enjoying it. Because if you're watching it week by week like I'm planning to, you might just fall off and never want to go back.
Yeah, which I mean that's the point for a lot of shows too. I can't really stick with something way too long. But Ganja, are you actually into anything right now other than the stuff that I have written on the thing, which I'll probably tell you what those are? Because
shit, my ass is just waiting for that Resident Evil, son.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
It dropped today, didn't it?
Yeah.
No, not yet. Has it? Okay.
Well, yeah. Because I'm about to segue into that right now. But yeah, I watched it. I just got back home a little bit from watching it.
You bitch! You went to the movie theater. I was waiting for it to release on streaming.
Oh, it was not going to release on streaming for fucking months.
What? I thought this was one of those things that were like a simultaneous release. I didn't know how to risk COVID for this bitch.
Oh yeah, you gotta risk COVID, which would probably really fit the theme of the movie or whatever. But like, yeah, like I guess we'll get into it and shit. Because,
walking up to the theater.
Yeah, I know. Zombies. No, because that's the thing, man. And getting right into it.
Yo, homie, you itchy?
Gotta tell you, dude. So some people. I mean, we have like this thing called the After Hours chat, whatever the fuck, and like some people were talking in there about like, oh, like this could be a great movie, or like I'm hearing that this is actually okay, and like I don't know where you guys are hearing that from. Oh, you said you saw the movie recently. What? What? Welcome to Raccoon City, Mauricio? I'm surprised. Like, why didn't you give me a bootleg? I don't want to go see this shit. I don't want to pay for this.
You might have got a screener or something.
Oh, really? Okay, that makes sense. But
well,
no,
rip that copy and send it to us. Don't be a
damn
dick.
straight. He should. I know you. No, but anyways, I'm looking at this though, and I gotta tell you, man, like, I don't know what to expect with this. Me and Alan talked about the trailer, and so did Ganja. I always forget that Ganja has a nerdum when it comes to Resident Evil because probably more so than Alan. I know Alan's probably played more Resident Evil games than you, but as far as like the fandom, I think that you're a big RE fan, Mr. Ganja Guru.
No, I'm a big fan. One of my favorite intros in a video game ever was the one from Resident Evil 3. When they show how the cops try to hold the city, and they just got overrun by the different biohazard weapons.
Yeah, that shit was incredible, dude.
Did they pay homage to that in this one?
They kind of do, and that's the biggest thing about this.
Because that was the perfect movie. That was the perfect one in Apocalypse. It's when they just said, fuck it, we're doing the cutscene from the game.
Exactly, yeah. And granted, Resident Evil Apocalypse is such a terrible fucking movie, but at the same time, is that what they did there? I think...
Nick, you know I'm going to ask you, right?
What?
Which one is that?
2. Yeah, it kind of just said 2.
No, I like because I keep forgetting the order of the fucking movie. Like,
no, because all of them have like titles that sound like they might be the last movie in its thing, like Extinction, Apocalypse, the end, final.
You can tell they're chasing their fucking budget. That's why.
Yeah, Revelations, Resolutions, New Year's Resolutions, Retributions.
They're still giving us a budget.
That's another series.
Yeah, Retribution, like from Norbit shit. Like, yeah, it's fucking crazy. Like Resident Evil is just all over the goddamn place.
Shit, they gave up and just pretty much stole from Code Veronica in the last film.
Oh, so goddamn! Like,
wait, last film is in the final chapter.
Well, yeah.
No, I meant the one where they have the city and then they go to like the Russian base.
fuck was that called? Revelation? Was that called Revelations?
No, the final chapter is the final one.
No, but the one right before it.
To be honest, I'm looking at both of you motherfuckers. I don't know what the fuck either one of you are talking about now.
We're still talking about Resident Evil.
No, because it's you too, though.
Which one?
But it's you guys, so it's like Ganja. Even though the trailer, and all of them literally say only in theaters. Ganja's like, man, can't wait for that shit on Netflix, bro.
That shit said released on 24th. I was like, man, just one more day, son.
Damn.
To be fair to Ganja, I thought the same thing because there's another movie around the time. I can't remember what it was. Maybe it was Halloween that got released like at this on VOD at the same time. Yeah. The Halloween Kills. So I thought they were doing the same thing. So I was like, oh, Nick, I'll watch it too. Because I told you I wasn't gonna be able to watch it because I thought it was on streaming.
Yeah. But no, that's the thing though. It's like it's on. Yeah, because you said that today, and I didn't want to because I don't want to make anyone look like they're stupid or whatever. But I was like, how are you gonna get to work and then come home, take a shit, eat, then go to the movie theater, then come back, and then we do an early show today?
Bro,
it's like how
I want to point out when you text me the link, I just finished my food. I just finished my food. I had no time as soon as I got
you would
home.
have been halfway in the movie right now if you would have went to the movie theater.
Just
so yeah,
live streaming from the movie. Y'all ain't no here.
Hey, the action is kind of subpar. I'm halfway through right now, and I don't know what the fuck is going on. Oh shit!
I'm got in the back. Well, if you paid attention to the movie.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on either. You annoying motherfucker. No, so.
Hey man, if you can pay attention to Worm Butthole, you can follow this.
Exactly.
Wait, is that Nick?
No, there's other people in the world that look at the worm butthole and say, "Wow, that's a worm."
Yeah,
butthole.
but how many people that are watching the Resident Evil movie know that I watched Dune 6 times?
You look like a Dune mod. I'm gonna be honest, dude. Not to because Dune's not that big of a deal right now. But once part 2 comes
it's
out,
not an incredibly successful movie that people are clamoring for.
You are stop interrupting. You don't even know what I'm about to
No, you say dumb shit, bro.
What are you saying? I can't even hear you because you interrupt so much. Because I'm always in the middle of talk. What are you saying? Say it one more time.
Nothing, buddy. Just make fun of people like you do.
Okay. Anyways, my whole thing is that when Dune 2 comes out, it's going to be a much bigger deal because everyone's going to be like, oh shit, this is the new talk of everything. We're going to fucking watch part 2 because it's a thing now. And I can guarantee you that people are going to be having enough merchandise and t-shirts and doing this and doing that and character get-ups from the first movie that we'll know who's a Dune fan. When you look at Star Wars fans, they're wearing all the merch all over them. So you don't have to inquire. You just know a Star Wars fan when you see a Star Wars fan because they're wearing the shit. Dune though, I don't see a lot of Dune t-shirts. I don't, I'm just saying it's one of those things it's not that big of a deal.
What do you want to ride
It is, but it's a different kind of level of fandom where it's Dune is essentially almost not necessarily restarting it, but it's kindling a new fandom. So it's gonna be people will buy the books and people will generally cosplay for this is probably gonna be pretty huge, especially with some of the crazy shit people end up doing.
They'll do it for the love of Zendaya.
Yeah, or whatever.
Yeah,
but as far as
shirts
and stuff,
that whole 10 minutes she was in there was great.
It was great, man.
It was
high quality.
It was great for the time she was in that movie.
Yeah,
but it is one of those things where it's Dune is essentially rekindling. Comparing it to Star Wars, Star Wars has been around for 30 years and it's iconic. Resident Evil to keep it on topic. Resident Evil's been around for longer than some of us have been alive. So there's all sorts of outfits and get-ups and shirts and stuff. Yeah. Whereas Dune has just mostly been the inspiration in the back. So it's you don't really have as many options for merchandise.
Yeah, but that's my thing. It's So we agree. So you didn't even know what I was gonna say at first, but now you realize that we were saying the same thing.
No, I'm still saying it's a big deal. I'm disagreeing with you fundamentally. I'm just also saying you're comparing your points and saying why it's not a good comparison.
He's calling you a bitch, but he's agreeing with you somewhat.
Chat, I'm not crazy. I'm a chat. I mean, don't answer that. I know I'm crazy, but this situation, no chat, a little confusing, right? I don't know. No. Anyways, so, but Resident Evil, we'll get into it. It's just dude, didn't know what I was going to think about this. I was talking shit about it. Said that it looked cheap or whatever, but at the same time, I don't want this to look entirely too expensive. I want this to be almost close to independent because then they could do all the shit they want to do and not have to worry about the studio, putting their little hands in there. Don't do this, don't do that, but then do a little bit of this and then world build and blah, blah, blah. So walking into this, man, right away, the first 20 minutes of this movie, I think was extremely subtle and extremely they're trying to do a horror movie essentially. And I fucking love that. This wasn't some shit where it's it feels like I'm watching a Marvel movie with a little bit of scary shit. Man, this laptop's confusing the fuck out of me. Anyways, was that bothering you? That big...
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. All I see is this laptop's confusing me as you throw something into the ether. I'm the fuck happened?
Yeah. But I'm weird though. Anyways, but no, I really like that I was doing that, and I'm gonna I'm not gonna go through the whole thing here. I didn't even write any notes. The only thing I have to bring up to mind is like if you're a Resident Evil fan, like dude, like they have the map from the game in the movie. Like it's almost like a screenshot. Like when you press start in the Resident Evil 2002 remake or whatever the fuck on GameCube, they have that in this movie. They also
they got the same room theme somewhere just sneaked in.
Pretty much, you see typewriters, so it's pretty
Oh
crazy.
shit!
Oh wow, that's actually impressive. Do they use them? Does someone go, I gotta save my save, and just start going?
No, but pretty close to that.
I know what it was. I gotta save this information. Hold on, I gotta type it down.
No.
And some
no,
guy goes, what?
Well, because
I got a cell phone. I can't save this to my Google Drive.
Well,
actually, wait, that's a good question. What year is it?
1998. Yeah, and that was the biggest thing about this. Is like this movie it didn't do a Resident Evil 2 remake video game, and yes, I'm gonna be honest, people, I don't like that game too much. There's a lot of things I don't enjoy about that game, and one of the things I really did not like about it is that it was trying to like welcome like modern gamers to like what the world was in 1998, and it doesn't work. There was no USB badges back then. I don't even think there's USB badges now.
Still mad.
That was the dumbest shit ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fucking dumb. But in this movie, everything works in the 90s. The music, the headphones, the headsets, the logos of things, the guns, the way things are locked, the locker rooms, the doors, like every single thing is 90s. And I fucking love that. And it probably wasn't too hard to do because they didn't do that thing where like when people do cool shit, like for instance, not to go on a big rant about this, and hopefully you don't argue for fucking 20 minutes on this, but like that arcade thing with Wonder Woman 84. The reason why I freaked out about that is because they make sure to pan like, ooh, arcade 1984, we're just like it. And they couldn't even do the fucking research to even get the right shit in there that made sense. While in this movie, they don't funnel their own balls and say, ooh, look at this 90s aesthetic. They don't do that. They're just like, oh, happens in 90s. Might be a couple of 90s things here, but like most of the shit you see here are, they don't have a brand attached to it. They don't have like a whatever. It's just like, just come into the movie, accept that's the 90s, and let's move on. And it was like perfect. Subtlety is amazing. Also, too, like, it reminds me of the movie of The Crazies. I don't know if you ever heard of The Crazies. I know it was done by...
I feel like I've heard of The Crazies.
Yeah, it was one of those movie trailers that they had the Mad World song. All around me are
familiar faces,
yeah,
worn out places,
and the storyline. Yeah, no, not the whole trailer. No, we want to get copyrighted.
Yeah, I was gonna say not to get copyrighted.
But the thing is that in that movie, one of the big things about The Crazies is that it's the water, or essentially something crash landed. Maybe it's an alien. We don't really know, but it contaminated the water, and people are drinking the water and they're going crazy. And it just so happens that their craziness looks like a zombie apocalypse, but they're not really zombies. There's no such thing as zombies in The Crazies. So this is what Resident Evil is. It's not that, like, there's even a part where, like, someone gets ran over and it's a zombie, and they get up, and, in Walking Dead, the zombie will get up and all stupid, come after the bad guy. In this, the zombie just starts looking at them, because not all zombies are hungry. This is a sick person. They're sick. There's something wrong with them. So this person just goes out into the bushes, runs away from the humans because the zombie is scared that it might get killed, and they don't know how to handle their own faculties because they're fucking dead.
Infected, probably, yeah.
Yeah, so they're just throwing up, being sick, and then they start just staring at people, which is way scarier. A zombie's just staring at you, just like looking at you, and you don't know if they're going to attack or they're scared of you or how long they've been infected. Is really cool. And then even so, the dog thing, they handled the dog thing perfectly, where a dog doesn't get bit by a zombie to get hurt. It licks up blood because dogs like to lick up shit off the ground. And then it starts foaming. And what's more disturbing than like a creepy zombie dog, what's more unfortunate is when your pet's going through something. You know what I mean? Like This dog's foaming and it's writhing in pain, and it's like, oh my god, my dog. And like, you don't think about how horrifying it is where a dog can't speak English, so it can't tell you what's wrong with it. So you're like, what can I do to help you, dog? And it's like, oh fuck, you know what I mean? Like, and that's badass. Like, you know what I mean? I think that was a really cool thing for Resident Evil to do. And dude, not doing the typical zombie thing, they right away are using crows, using pets, using this, using bugs, using whatever. It's like, wow. And this happens all in the first 20 minutes. It's like, fuck yeah, dude, like, move this shit forward. But then they do things that are kind of strange. Like, for instance, Leon is the worst character I've seen in a horror movie. He's stupid as fuck. Like, it's like a slapstick.
Leon is kind of stupid, though. Like, in R2, he's kind of an idiot.
Dude, this dude starts off drinking, and then, like, he wakes up drinking, like, for breakfast.
Oh, damn. So they just gonna embrace, like, the flamboyant, like, I'm the cool dude from the 90s with sexy hair.
I mean...
And a rebel streak.
Not even that. This guy's pathetic. Like, he's a pussy, too. Like,
oh, they went to the other side, then. Damn.
Well, the dude drove to Raccoon City. I don't know how.
Well, that's
drove to Raccoon City.
No, well, Claire drove to Raccoon City. He lives there. Because remember, even in the game, like, he's a newcomer for the RPD.
Yeah, but I thought he drove into like it's his first day. Like, I thought RE2 was his first day on the job.
Uh, I was first day on the job, but like I feel like because he's, I mean, you don't just like go into the city. I have job here, like
No, that's what I thought it was. I thought he literally just drove to the city and be like, "Hey, I'm a cop."
I
That's what
forget
was
what that
told.
is. I forget whether he was previously in Raccoon City or he's a transfer cop.
I thought it was a transfer.
well, he's a transfer cop, but it's like what I'm saying. Like it's like you gotta be there a couple days. Like I don't know, it's weird because it makes he's literally like upset that he's there. Like he doesn't like the city. So he's
I
been there
don't
for
blame
days.
him.
Yeah. So the thing is though, he's there. And what you call it? Like I really like what they did with him because he has like a hilarious backstory, like almost like a like mall cop, where it's like hey, I heard you almost failed the police test and you're a fucking idiot, and you shot your friend in the butt. Like it had to be his ass. You shot your friend in the ass. It's like, oh my god.
I mean, anywhere else is not hilarious. It's dangerous.
Exactly right. So it's like that was yeah, it was a dumb thing, but I like how, and like you said in the chat, man, Raccoon City is a shithole even before the zombies, and that's what everyone's talking about. And that's the biggest thing about this too, that Raccoon City is actually a very very small town, which helps out a lot for this whole zombie apocalypse thing. Because people always say, even in Walking Dead or anything, how did these slow zombies take control of everything? Well, for one, Dawn of the Dead 2004 answered that with running zombies. Same thing with 28 Days Later, and they have that in this. Like people want to be athletic, so these zombies are like, like when they're full blown virused out, they chase you.
I disagree with that. I think that it being a small city means they could blow it off the face of the fucking earth and not have to worry about it because that Raccoon City, it gets obliterated. That's from every game ever. Everyone knows Raccoon City gets fucking destroyed. But it makes sense. It's a small city. You're not going to fucking firebomb Chicago. Like, you're not going to be able to wipe that place off the face of the earth. But like a small fucking city out in the outskirts, sure.
Yeah.
But my biggest problem with every single zombie apocalypse thing ever is zombies would not be that effective at taking a town over. Even fast ones would not really be that effective.
And that's the thing. So they answer that here, where Resident Evil, in this movie, Welcome to Raccoon City, it's the city that infected everybody, not the zombies. The zombies didn't infect anybody. So it's the water. The water affected everybody.
Yeah, I guess. Again, Walking Dead did it better with Airborne, but I can roll with it.
Okay. I mean,
So
they basically took Outbreak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that way of being affected. Because if you guys have ever played the Outbreak series, Raccoon City is just flooded with the T-virus everywhere.
Yeah.
And to the point that if you actually stay in certain areas too long, there's a T-virus infection counter that you have as a character, where if it gets to over 100%, you actually start to succumb to the infection and you'll become a zombie yourself.
Yeah.
I think in some iterations you get to play the zombie. I don't know if it was a mod or it was official, but you got to play the zombie in certain cases.
Yeah.
So what I'm wondering is it taking that approach?
Yes, it absolutely is, as well as the fact too that like one of the things I really enjoyed about this movie as well is that Umbrella is way scarier than the zombies, because it's like, holy shit, like they'll fucking they'll kill you, they'll do some bad shit to you, and it's not just the bombing of everything, it's literally like them just kind of like coming up to you with a machine gun and saying, hey, you're staying in the fucking city, you're not going to get out of here. I thought that was cool as well. But then the biggest thing about this I really enjoyed was all the nods to the games. Like, for instance, I brought up the map and everything too, but they even use a very funny, very subtle way of saying Jill Sandwich.
Did they?
Which is like, I mean, for me, I'm in the theater, I'm like, ah, no one else is laughing. I was the only one. But just subtlety. And then like another big thing too is to bring up like, William Birkin and how his story is, Chief Irons. The fucking that truck I was actually taken directly from Resident Evil 2, the video game.
Isn't it like the opening?
Yeah, it's the opening, but instead of like just him randomly getting into an accident, his whole thing is trying to get help because he's like, yo, I'm infected, I got bit by this fucking dog. Well, he doesn't even know he's infected, he just knows that he's like tired and shit.
Yeah.
But like all this shit's going on, it's pretty crazy, and I feel like it's pretty cool that he had a reason to get to RPD, and RPD has a reason to be in the same movie as a Spencer Mansion, because a big thing about this is a Spencer Mansion, to the point where they're not just making Resident Evil 2 and 3 the game be a movie, but they're also making that first game be the movie. And man, that Spencer Mansion, I didn't think they're gonna be able to do this. It is fucking terrifying in there, dude. The zombies in there, because
Please tell me someone has to stop and do a really like childish puzzle for some stupid bullshit.
No,
just technically a puzzle.
No, I was thinking more like the tank control. Like they stop and they can't turn around fast enough, so they gotta like jump right out the corner.
They have that too.
The hey, Wesker,
they brought the tank controller in this? What?
They put a tank control camera, like to the point where like you think a big mansion.
Wesker, like Wesker has to turn around just
do you see the actor turn around and jet?
Yeah,
that'd be kind of cool.
No, because like there's parts where like, because I feel like that's what they're doing. Like there's parts where they're like, I don't know where to go, and like you're hearing noises from everywhere, and they're like this, and it's like they're acting like a tank. And then literally there's scenes that will jump scare you in the video game, the first video game and the remake. They do that here. So it's just, it is what it is. It's like, it's pretty crazy that they even
What
did
the?
this. Oh, that's our boy. Yeah, that's
Okay,
yeah. Of course. What you call it? He thinks he can't get in much trouble right now, but it is what it is. But anyway, so moving on though, I got Alan still trying to. I don't. Do you even have mod powers? Actually, I keep forgetting.
Yeah, I do. That's why I was. Apologies. Just didn't want to bring attention to it. I hope I got rid of it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm
I
not
didn't
really
want to
good
bring
at this.
attention to it.
Yeah, no, it's gonna.
Yeah, I don't
want
to spoil people that I have the power to meet your asses.
Yeah. No, but it's fine.
Okay.
I mean, it's always gonna happen with that particular person. So I'm just like, if attention's brought to it, it's like, whatever. But anyways, it is recorded though, so that's not gonna be good for him. But anyways, so moving on, like with the movie, I like the idea that it had like the tank control situation there too. Even though I'm saying tank control, but it's not really tank control. But then, while you're watching the movie, though, like, there's a bunch of other shit there, too. Like, references to Code Veronica X and shit, you know what I mean? And, and that technically that's a spoiler to a certain extent, but, like, at the same time, it's like they took the cutscene from the game and put it in here. So, if you're a fan of Resident Evil, like, this is fucking, like, all the things you like about all the games. They even include Arclay Mountains. They include some Resident Evil Zero shit. And it actually works with everything. So, it's like, that's one of the things I really liked about this movie a lot. Huge body count. It looks cheap. It is what it is. But I will say that this is like one of my. I'm just gonna wrap it all up here because I won't talk about spoilers too much, and I want to like give you guys too many details. I know Corey's gonna do a much better job talking about this right now after this.
Yeah.
But yeah, like this movie, one of my more favorite movies of the year. I fucking love this movie a lot, and I want you to watch it now, and I want you to watch it, Ganja. Maybe later on this week, you guys can come on here and I can not talk and you guys can do your review. But yeah, it'll be cool. I mean, it won't be a big thing. Just, give your thoughts. Because I think at the end of the day, you guys will really like it. So
I mean, at the end of the day, it's like even watching Resident Evil, whatever the fuck the last one me and Ganja watched, I enjoyed it more than I did it. It was bad, but it wasn't like I wasn't bored. It was not like watching Tiger King where I wanted to fucking shoot myself. It was more of just like, yeah, this is really stupid, but that shootout was actually kind of funny, and I'm just kind of laughing at me and Ganja just saying like, what the fuck's going on? Like, I don't know, bullets are.
You know what's fucked up?
Yeah.
We watched 5 episodes of that Tiger King.
Oh, we'll get to that right now. Yeah.
I can't tell you what the plot of that was.
I can. I can tell you exactly what the plot of it is. White foolishness at its finest.
Oh, no. What you said was king shit. This motherfucker said this is organized redneck shit.
Yeah.
Organized white trash.
Yeah.
Is the best way to sum up Tiger King.
Well, let's not sum it up right now since we're not on that. It's a good segue, but anyways, like, yeah, for me, 4 out of 5 for Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. But now that we're already into it, I guess Tiger King Season 2. Look, right away, I just gotta tell you straight up, Alan. Like, I knew you weren't gonna like this. I don't know why the fuck you watched this thing, dude.
I didn't want to. This motherfucker told me to.
You can't keep blaming other people for you watching
Watch
this
me.
shit you watch.
Oh no, I did the whole thing. I sent sad memes. I was left for me to be like sending guilt in like a spam thread.
Jesus Christ. But yeah,
I literally said no twice.
I was like, it's evil white trash, bro. Why do you care? Because I know you hate it. Please watch it with me.
I didn't expect it to be so dreadfully dull. Because, look, I'll be real. I didn't really like Tiger King Season 1. I remember it being the biggest thing in the world. Everyone's like, oh my God, look how crazy these white rednecks are. I'm like, have you seen any serial killer documentaries? Like, have you watched The Hangover? Like, this is the same shit. It's really not that interesting. But then I was watching it. I'm like, oh, look how crazy all this shit is. It's one of those things where the first 30 seconds goes, oh yeah, we're doing this, murder for hire, this. I'm like, okay, so you just spoiled your entire thing. Cool. But then nothing is as interesting as what they brought up there. So you're just waiting for those moments to come up because all the in-between bullshit is just like, oh yeah, Carol Baskin probably did this thing and yada, yada, yada.
So it got to the point, the only joke we had going between each other, we're just quoting Tiger King. Every time someone mentioned Carol Baskin, we just go,
that's Carol Baskins.
That bitch.
Because
that's the whole series. It's just people putting their best spin on that bitch Carol Baskin and possibly doing a cold case forensic investigation into what happened to her husband, which I don't even know what's up with that because apparently he's alive.
So, well, maybe the thing about the biggest thing.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Well, because all I was gonna say is instantly I apologize for the fact that I actually really liked Tiger King Season 1 so much that the first season, our blah, 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 I'm like screwing it up. Essentially, it's like I liked it so much, but the fact is that the first season, for some reason, was so big, like you said, Alan. But in the beginning of this first episode on season 2, they almost like blame me that this is existing now. That was like the biggest thing about this. Where I'm like, wow, like I felt attacked at the beginning of this fucking thing, where they showed the ridiculous amount of like morons that were either dressing as Joe Exotic or acting crazy or just making the fact that they watched the show part of their overall identity. Like they literally became like the show. Like, you know, like their cars look differently because of this show. It's like, how the fuck are you going to spend money on changing your car to look like a gimmick that's brought to you on the show just because of the fact that you had nothing else to watch during the fucking pandemic? Because that's what this is. Really.
Ran double. Not only are they armchair detectives, they get introduced like that at the bottom of their credentials.
God. Yeah.
And he literally goes, I don't have any credentials. I'm like, oh my fucking
yeah, like,
oh,
really? I didn't expect that being the case.
Well, it's one of those things where you bring up like the first, like the thing is brought into basically I want to say about 3 parts. The first episode is a reaction to season 1. So you're seeing all the crazies buying the merch, you're seeing the people trying to get in part and all that stuff. And it's almost like Netflix created this phenomenon, and then Netflix is doing a documentary on their own phenomenon. It's equivalent of like me, the Busta Rhymes shit, and then me going, "Oh, guys, remember when I did this? Yeah, my motivation for that was that. Hey, Nick, what did you think when I said that?" It's like, wait, what? You did this stupid shit, and because it became so popular, now you're reacting to your own shit. It's like someone just took a shit, and you're like, "Yeah, that kind of smells. What do you think smells like?" and that's just the first episode. Yeah. You're like, okay, maybe it gets better. And then the most biggest thing in the world was, that bitch Carol Baskin, she killed her husband. The next 2 episodes in a row are like, we're gonna dive into that case, and everyone goes, yeah, it kind of sucks. It was 23 years, but like, what the fuck are you gonna do?
My favorite is when they interviewed the real cops, and the cops were like, yeah, he probably has something going on. He had like some business deals in Costa Rica. Motherfucker was fucking a 15-year-old. Matter of fact, we're not surprised he disappeared. We're surprised we haven't found his body yet.
Yeah. Oh no, it becomes ghost hunter shit at some point because they're like, we're gonna jump in this lake because this lake is your house.
This motherfucker got killed in '92, and they're looking in the Everglades like they're gonna find some shit.
Yeah, like literally underneath. I'm literally like, this is ghost hunters. This is like, we're gonna go into this.
I told Alan like, yo, this movie will get 10 times better if they find a random body.
yeah.
They solve a different cold case.
Yeah, no, it would be amazing, but that's the thing because like that's in episode 4. Like for me, when they started doing that shit, I was like, okay, you guys completely ran out of ideas for how to stretch this thing to be 5 episodes because they struggle so much. In fact, that the first season, by the way, is 6 episodes plus the one that's like Tiger King and I or whatever the fuck with like Joel McHale, the guy who plays Johnny Cage. He's
Tiger King and I.
No, that's what it is. Episode 7 is Tiger King and I. It's ridiculous. But the thing is, though, is that like they stretched it to be 7 episodes that first season, and if you declude that last Tiger King and I is only 6 episodes. This season 2 is 5 episodes. 2 of which could just be one long episode because it's about the same thing. As Alan said, I mean, he reduced the second season to being 3 acts, and he's right. Like. Really, I mean, Alan, is there anything other than the 3 subjects that we get into in the second season? Like none.
The problem is it's filler. Like there's nothing of consequence. You know, have you heard a review for season 1? That's just season 2.
Yeah,
we're just going through all these people and they're just talking about the shit they already talked about. So it got to the point where I'm just staring at the ceiling. I think we guys were talking about. I don't know what the fuck we're talking about. We're like talking about how our days are just work and like shit like that. Hey, what do you want to do later? I don't know. You want to go on a trip in a couple months? Yeah, sure. Fuck it. Like, let's talk about whatever the fuck. And it was like, oh yeah, what's the show going on? I don't know. Rednecks and organized white trash was the thing that just came into my fucking head because it's jarring. Because when you think of white trash, you think of hillbilly. You think of Joe Exotic. He's admitted to be a white trash. Lives in a trailer park. You don't know where the fuck his money comes from, but he just spends it on drugs, alcohol, whatever the fuck's going on. But then you see people like that have webcams and YouTube channels and like they're going out and investigating shit. I'm like, these guys are organized, but they're still white trash. So it's like this like extra level before they become, you know, somewhat of a decent person in society. It's like, look, these people are no one's good here. I don't want to see you be like, oh, all white trash be all rap. But everyone in this show is a piece of shit to a certain degree, and it's capitalizing on it. Honestly, I almost feel bad because it feels like Netflix is exploiting these people. They're like, hey, you guys made us a lot of money. We're just gonna film you because in case people are like, oh, wonder what else is going on. Oh, it's nothing. Doesn't matter. We already got your month subscription. Fuck you.
Yeah, but that's the biggest thing too. Is like, cause I don't want to just go because I mean honestly, yeah, we can riddle this down to being just like one fucking like tier of discussion, and I don't want to like reduce this to that small of a thing because there is something here that's kind of ridiculous. For one, that first episode being the whole Trump pardon, the presidential pardon of Donald Trump helping out Joe Exotic, I thought that was ridiculous. And by the way, too, like not to bring politics into this, but like if you think that Donald Trump was even going to slightly pardon this whole entire thing, that pretty much tells you all you need to know about the people who are cool with Joe Exotic and actually consider him almost like the good guy in the situation, which is kind of crazy. But then the biggest thing about this too is like, yeah, conservatives liking Joe Exotic is one thing, but then big eye opener for me, Joe Exotic. I didn't know that he was a cop apparently way back in the day, and he's pretty much blaming him losing his lover at the time. He's blaming that on like his whole personality changing, and other people around him are doing the same thing. And I'm like, where do we draw the line where you go through something and then it just completely allows you to be a piece of shit, right? Because
there's always a
you get the
certain
Joker
limit.
pass.
Yeah, pretty
No,
much. Yeah.
fuck no, fuck no. No, because there's always a certain situation because that's always a question you end up asking. I remember people getting mad at us, not necessarily in the comments, just you seeing on the internet for not liking the Dear Evan Hansen movie because that guy was going through something. Yeah, but he's also lying, manipulative, stealing, and doing a lot of really fucked up things. Like when you go through something, when you go through some sort of trauma, you're gonna have that period where you're gonna fuck up your life. You're gonna most likely affect other people's lives. But if you just stay there, there's only so much sympathy people are gonna have, where they're like, "Yo, get the fuck out of here." But it's like if you're at least trying. But Joe Exotic never really tried. He just stayed in that mode and kept manipulating and abusing everyone around him, including animals. It's like no, like what was there at some point you get some sympathy for Joe? Of course, but that was long ago.
I've always hated that idea of this person has a horrible like backstory, so we can forgive all the evil they've done because like just look at who they come from, what they experience. Experiencing trauma does not necessarily mean you're allowed to project that trauma on other people, especially in the ways you received it. That's just the downright fact. And a lot of people, for some reason, think it's okay to project their trauma onto other people. Even though, again, if you really didn't want to experience that trauma the way you did or cared about how other people would also experience that trauma, you wouldn't pass the pain on. But old saying, hurt people hurt. So
yeah, and that's the biggest thing about this that really kind of frustrates me too is that whole energy with Joe Exotic and I'm so sorry, Joe Exotic, happens to Carol Baskin too. Like you talking about how Don Lewis used to abuse her or treat her like a shit, whatever, and then her oversharing on social media and doing all these journal entries. I'm almost like, yeah, like the reason why she was doing it so very much was because of the fact that like she knew that something was gonna. She was going to get some kind of sympathy. You know what I mean? And it actually apparently worked. So now we got like two sides at each other. And yet, like, both those sides are fueled by just like, oh, but they had they went through something. And I gotta tell you, dude, I'm absolutely sick of this fucking, like, did she kill Don Lewis thing? Like, how many times can we, I mean, how much.
I don't know, by the end of that fourth episode, Diaz, I was like, who possibly couldn't have killed him at this point?
Well, no, I got to the point where my theory is, and honestly, it almost feels like the show proved it. He's either dead or in witness protection. Those are the only two viable options because, look, when it comes to missing. Yeah, there's a situation where people go missing and maybe they run away. The Tiger King was one of the biggest things in the world at the time. If that guy was missing, you can imagine some redneck going, "Hey, that looks like David down the street. Yeah, it looks like hey Dave, is that you?" And he's just running.
Yeah.
And by the way, we know it might be Winston because one of the detectives was like, "I'm not telling you that. I'm not telling you that. I'm not telling you that." And I'm like. That to me screams, we're not telling you because fuck you.
Pause your review real quick. I just got to give a quick shout out. That is the best fucking screen name I've seen in a fucking while.
Helena Bottom Farter?
Because I thought he just put Carter. I had to redouble that shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's great.
I think that's quadruple. Wow. He had to redouble.
Double mistake.
My head's just going back and forth like
children.
He was like,
that's probably how I see it, or am I high?
But, yeah, dude, that was a big thing for me that I was just kind of sick of hearing that over and over again. And then the fact, too, like this whole Costa Rica situation that he must have been in. And, them talking about, like, because there was this other guy that came in, too, named Kenny. And he finally gets put in this whole, like, story arc and investigation to a point where, like, they interview him, like, the people who are doing the Netflix documentary. And they interview him, and they're literally, during the interview, say, like, hey, man, so who gave you those guns? And he's like, oh, well, Carol Baskin traded me these guns because I moved some stuff for her. Oh, so, like, she gave me those guns. So, like, this is after, like, Don was killed. He's like, oh, sorry, no. Don gave me these guns. Was he dead yet?
I mean, if he was dead, it would be extremely impressive.
Yeah. I mean, like, how does that throw him off? Like, was he dead yet? Was I talking to a dead body when I made that phone call? Like, what the fuck?
He was about to die. Yeah, I mean, oh, shit.
Yeah, well, like
I mean, he might have woke up dead.
Yeah, it's like I've already accepted I was gonna kill him if that's what you're asking. Like he was dead in theory. Like I don't know.
Aren't we all dead? Like, aren't we all dying? Aren't we all on our way to death?
Exactly,
Sir,
like,
answer the question, not metaphorical physics.
Yeah, like sir, this is not a philosophical question. This is a what the fuck? Like what happened? So no, but like in that situation right there, like couldn't that have been enough right there to get him in trouble? Like this dude completely flubbed the fucking interview.
Not necessarily, because as one of the most infuriating parts, a woman was driving like, there's enough circumstantial evidence to bring her in. No. Circumstantial evidence is the first thing to get thrown out because it's usually like circumstance. It's based in the circumstance. That's what the core of that word is.
What you don't understand is my power of belief is liable in court. You don't get it, Alan.
Like, circumstantial evidence would simply mean, let's say Nick finally kills me, and it's like, well, shit, Nick just happened to be in the area, and he died. That's circumstantial. It's like, do you have proof Nick actually did it? Or are you just being, well, he was just there, and it's Nick. Like, that's circumstantial evidence. Oh, and they don't even have that. They have hearsay evidence. The internet says you did it. I guess we'll investigate.
Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous, this whole goddamn thing. So that's what some of this stuff is just kind of like weird to me. And then even like the weird tonality of, I mean, this is a documentary. Keep that in mind, people. This is a docuseries, so it's supposed to be real. And like, you know, we're getting situations where people are like, you know, like, oh, Joe, so like we just talked about this whole thing about like these tigers getting like, you know, declipped on their fingernails and all this crazy shit. But how are you doing? Oh, well, I'm gonna do Bachelor King. You know, all these people want to have sex with me. Then they go to Tinder or whatever the fuck, and there's all these dudes with their shirts off. I'm like, is this a joke or is this not a joke? Is this a docuseries about the, like, so much, you know, things being taught about Tiger King except for tigers.
Oh, no, I said that to Alan at one point. I was like, so that's the first time we heard about the abuse of tigers in like the 4 episodes of this.
Yeah.
And I was tuned out at that point. The only thing I can remember is random crackhead buffoonery. This is why I would detail tigers. Then random crackhead buffoonery. I'm like, why was that there? It was randomly placed that it's like, it honestly feels like they just shat this together because they're like, yo, put it out there. People are clamoring for it. We just need people to say the name and buy the subscription. That's all this was for.
Yeah, pretty much. And that's the thing, man. Tim Stark, that one guy, as much as a piece of shit he is, I will say, you know, because I mean, I don't like the fact that he was like, you know, harming the animals and shit, but like he was the most interesting part of this entire fucking thing because at least there was something different going on. I'm not hearing about Carol Baskins again. Like, I mean, dude, the meme's over. It fucking died in 2020. Can we please stop that shit?
Bitch.
That fucking whore. That son of a bitch. I don't kill that fucking bitch. Did you want to kill her? No. I didn't say that 10 minutes ago.
I thought Alan said circumcised evidence. Hey, man, if you can't see the brisk, you must have quit.
What?
Oh, no. This is weird, dude. That's weird. But no, but for those of you that didn't get the notification, yeah, I'm noticing that there's like a smaller amount of people watching as they typically do.
That man has a turtleneck. He's clearly guilty.
But, yeah. But you missed me talking about Resident Evil, and then we talked about a couple other things too. But yeah, hopefully you guys are here for the Tiger King thing too, and we're gonna be talking about Red Notice soon and some other stuff. But moving on out of this entire conversation, because there's not a lot here, as Alan pretty much said before. To be honest, what the first 2 sentences you said in the beginning of this review, we could have ended it there because there's not a lot here. But I also feel like fuck, like I wanted something out of this because season 1 was so fucking good. I didn't expect anything to be out of that. And I've seen people take apart like smaller topics and do a great job, like Make Millions. I watched that the same month I watched Tiger King. Great. It was amazing. And I've seen so much other, like there's so many great documentaries. Tiger King has all the money and all the clout and the hearsay in the world. And like you give us this shit, 5 episodes of this shit, boo. There should have been 2 episodes about Tim Stark. I would have fucking loved that. Let's hear more about Kenny. I
don't think anybody. I couldn't. Legitimately, the only person that was almost somewhat interesting was the PETA agent. Because he's just talking about, like, these guys are all fucking insane and all of them are going to jail.
Or Alan.
That was my favorite line. Like, we're going to try to put them all in jail.
Yeah, but Alan Gilmore, or Glover. Alan Glover. He was the guy who was, like, the hitman for hire that wasn't hired. Whatever the fuck that means. Like, but yeah, like he's even like admitting to like trying to kill them both, trying to kill Carol and Joe. And then the biggest thing about this, like it had a WWE thing at the end where it's like, man, Stone Cold and The Rock teamed up. Like it was Joe Exotic and Jeff Rowe. They teamed up to go against Carol, and it's like, okay, you can't tell me this shit might be a little predetermined because how the fuck did you guys not team up so much earlier? It's like you waited for the finale to be shot for this show.
They're both fucking stupid.
Yeah, and dude, they said so much shit to each other. Like they fucked each other so much that Carol has a lot against them because they gave Carol their ammunition. And now they're gonna be together when it's too late. Stupid idiots! Like, what the fuck is this stupid redneck fucking show? Like,
again, organized white trash because that's what it is. It's like this is what happens when you have like you have the bottom tier, but then you give white trash a little bit too much money and a little bit too much organized structure, and then you get this crazy bullshit that feels like it should be like a cutscene.
That's how you get the sausage house.
Yeah. It's like a fucking cutscene in a GTA.
Oh, no, you
game.
remember that podcast place that they did in the first episode where they're like, yeah, this place is like a man cave for dudes with
you're right. I do remember that shit.
Strip club, guns, and cocaine.
Yeah, the sausage house. God, imagine being a guy who wants to go in there like, sausage house, can I join? You go to the sausage?
Also, I want to say now, if anyone's caught me saying the way I say cocaine now, I've totally stole it from Theo Vaughn. I love the way he says cocaine, and I think I'm just going to continue saying it the same way the rest of my life.
Yeah. You and a lot of other 18 to 20-year-olds.
like that shit sounds sweet to me. Some cocaine. Yeah, that's different than like, yo, you want some cocaine? No, that sounds rough.
Cocaine.
That sounds sweet.
Yeah,
like,
she said
that
to
like,
though.
That's like an angel came down, like a little redneck angel, just lifting me up in the air with a little blow.
Stupid ass. But either way, though, man, yeah. Speaking of cocaine, though, yeah, this show.
By the way, this entire review in the chat tag is actually going to be the 6th episode of Tiger King.
Yeah, pretty much, right? Yeah. But I give this a fucking.
I mean, they're ready in Costa Rica. Might as well start selling yayo and turn it into a Narcos runoff.
Yeah, but 2 out of 5 for me. That's what I'm giving this because I mean, this is the story's interesting, but I already saw it last year, so.
See, you're nicer than I am. That's just a 1 out of 5, bro. I was barely entertained.
Damn. I don't blame you. It's just I can't say that I'm not interested because I was super interested. If this would have came out last year, as part of season 1, I would have loved it. So I don't know. Alan, take it away, sir.
This is a 0.5.
Get the fucking out the fuck.
We're going this downward slope, just like the series did.
Fucking Christ! 0 out of 5.
Nothing.
You need to watch things. You fucking loser.
I did. I watched 4 episodes and honestly fucking wanted to die.
What the fucking face?
Yeah, trying to imitate you.
That was the stroke he almost had when I said, let's watch the 5th one.
I didn't watch that. I didn't even watch the 5th one because I just didn't give a fuck anymore. I'm sorry. But like the worst offense media can ever have is to be boring. That is the worst offense.
Busted does that.
Wow, so what the fuck what blowjob did Dune give you?
A lot of it. It was very sandy.
Yeah, and it had lots of teeth.
Like an anus got in everywhere.
The point is, I enjoyed the hell out of Dune. And yes, I understand boredom and interest is subjective. But to me, there's absolutely nothing. I love documentaries. We reviewed McMillions a couple weeks ago.
He loves organized white shenanigans because like Cocaine Cowboys was his favorite one, and it was season 2. It wasn't even one with like the Blancos and like the cartels and shit. I showed him just the rednecks dropping weed in the fucking glaze and shit and outrunning cops.
Yeah, because again, it was interesting and kind of funny. But again, like Tiger season 1, I would give 3 out of 5 because I'm like, yeah, there were some great moments in here. The problem is, I just watched a rerun without anything new, so I felt like my time was wasted. So I was bored and I felt like my time was wasted. And honestly, if you're going to ask me, what am I giving the 0.5 to? I really don't know. I just don't believe it's 0 out of 5.
They gave us a mystery towards the end. I think that's what gives you a little like.
No, I think I laughed. The only thing I think of is I laughed my ass off when they do scuba diving in the lake. I'm like, that is the dirtiest lake I've ever seen in my life. So even on a good day, you ain't seeing shit, bro.
Yeah. That was. Oh, I hate you. Fucking.
I got a good laugh. That's about it.
Yeah. Oh shit. Ganja picks any movie to review for 500 bits.
Oh, don't. I don't know what's more evil, that or Jet getting it, because I'm still afraid what that woman's gonna pick.
Yeah, but Ganja.
She still hasn't told us, by the way.
Bro, I'm still waiting. We haven't reviewed the movie I picked last time, and I paid for that shit myself.
I know. We've been gone. That's how this works. God damn it.
Bullshit.
Okay, Rick James.
What's
Get on up.
No. Anyways, no. I mean, we can watch it tomorrow. We can review it tomorrow.
We can watch it tomorrow. Fine, just to shut Ganja up.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that movie so much.
You love it.
I got like 12
terrible.
fucking movies I have to do. So
play the game, Cass, and shut up.
I'm gonna
we
watch
still have to finish it. Oh, there's a couple things we gotta watch too.
Yeah, but we'll watch Malibu's Most Wanted just for Ganja, because then he'll want to be part of the thing too. So that'll be good. Because I know I ain't gonna get Ganja to watch half of this shit. Ganja, you gonna watch Planet Dune with me? Probably not.
I watched Dune, bitch.
No, Planet Dune.
I put my time in.
No, Planet Dune.
Yeah, I have to, because I already saw the first one. I can't be like, I ain't gonna watch that shit after I watch the first one.
No, I'm saying like, okay, let me start over. Ganja, do you even know what Planet Dune is?
I have no fucking clue, man.
You know what planet you're on?
It's Asylum. It's an Asylum movie. It's
it's the Asylum.
I thought it was a
movie.
sequel of Doom.
Honestly, I thought it was.
I should have made you. I should have kept you thinking that. So when you watch it, God, Corey, big fucking head.
Alrighty then.
I love it when Corey fucks up your bits.
Jesus.
He's like, yo, you want Planet Dune? Oh shit, let's go.
You want to watch Planet Dune? Let's go.
Yeah. So I don't know if you would necessarily want me to read this out to the rest of the chat, but he's basically saying he's going through a tough time for the last couple of weeks. Basically, yeah, he just got out of a mental. Oh, well, I hope you're doing okay, man. Like, a lot of that stuff is like, hey, you got the help you need, and I hope you're continuing on the forward trajectory because it's not an easy thing that you got to go through. And the fact that you have the strength to kind of, come to the chat and tell everybody, like, I hope that in some way we can at least help out, even if it's just a talk or just have you get distracted and us talk about white shenanigans for 40 fucking minutes. So.
And also make sure to keep up with your mental health as well. Just because you feel a little better now doesn't mean that you should give up on any therapy sessions or anything like that, because
Exactly.
it's very more important to continue it going before you have the bad times than just to drop it and then try to pick it up again later.
But remember, a stumble isn't a failure. You just because you have a bad day does not mean you lost the war. It just means you lost the battle. And every day ends and every day starts.
Okay,
So
like,
next
I know
day's
you
a
guys
fresh
are doing
start.
good things here, but I'm gonna be honest. Like, and Yak, much love to you, dude. But hearing Alan's voice say that, I would imagine that this is why I don't want to go to therapy. Because if I had to go through some shit and then someone's like, listen, when in Rome, sometimes you get some dumb.
Sorry,
Like,
how do I tell you to
like
go
it's
fuck
fucking-
yourself?
like these cliche ass fucking every
Man, fuck you.
from your lips to God's ass. I mean ears. Like
Why am I friends with you?
I don't know.
Remind me never to celebrate you going on progression of your mental health.
Oh, dude, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I actually.
I'll just clown you. How about that? Does that make you feel better?
Yes. Please do
This
that.
that motherfucker
'Cause you'll
get
save me
therapy
money.
and shit.
So I'm
All
gonna go to
sad
fucking
as
therapy.
shit. Crying, giving people $20 a day just so he can cry on
Bro,
their shoulder.
I'm gonna be honest, guys. I've been saying I was gonna go to therapy for a while. I changed my mind recently. Like, I'm not going.
No, I wonder why. You know the thing about you, Nick, is even if you did, I wouldn't fucking make fun of you. I would be complimenting you, and I would be encouraging you every single fucking day.
I
Because
think you would.
fuck you.
I think you would. You wouldn't make fun of me?
No,
You
I
would be
wouldn't,
like,
because I would want you to keep going, and I would want you to get better as a person, so that I could continue to tell you to go fuck yourself
By
to
the way,
your face.
I like how you. The only reason why you don't want to admit this, but Gunja knows it's true. The reason why you want me to go to therapy is because you know that, obviously, a better, nicer version of me, you get insulted less.
I mean, yes, you stop
I
taking
saw
out your
that smile,
frustration.
bro. I saw that smile in the corner of your face, son.
Yeah, you know why? Because maybe you stop taking out your bullshit on me and admitting it on the show.
Okay, but most friends
you
don't
look like
do
a
that.
Maury
At least I'm
that's-
honest
This
about
man, you can take like 15 clips going, yeah, I had a bad day. So I just started fucking with Alan.
Alan,
Yeah.
you look like a Maury that's got told that Rick's going to rehab.
it.
He should go to rehab.
I should. Oh, dude, did they have rehab for like junk food?
Yeah,
Look, I'm just gonna say yes.
yeah.
That'd be cool.
Just to
They-
get your ass
they-
in a fucking
they,
place to
change
get
your
some
diet and stuff. Actually, I'm thinking about doing one shit for like a month. I got addicted to McDonald's. I was like, man, if I can't break this on my own, I'm about to tell Diaz, yo, man, I'm going to food therapy for a little while because the clown has got me.
Yeah, Ramadan, man. You put them hands on you. Know what I'm saying? Anyways, hey, here's the thing. I just started a new call. So
It's called Fat Camp.
You want to say it's called Fat Camp? That's fucking great, man. Let me see if I can get back in this call really quick. You guys gonna see the size of my face, but it's fine. We'll be okay. Okay, we're here. Hello. Hi, Ganja.
I used to get threatened with Fat Camp all the time when I was a kid.
Really? So,
Oh, yeah.
wait, so what happens? Like, you're being picked on. Someone's like, man, you better shut the fuck up. I'm taking you to Fat Camp, bitch, and get healthy.
No, my fucking parents like, you can't lose weight, bro. I'm always saying you to Fat Camp. Let's keep buying McDonald's and Burger King because we're the only source of substance for you. It's not like you got a car and your own money, so it's not like you can change your diet while everyone in the house keeps eating the same bullshit.
I actually have a stupid story. It's very quick.
What's up?
So I was getting chunky in second grade, and my dad was very shitty, and he was like, man, you're getting real fat. You're getting like some big fat titties. And I thought that was like a good thing because I'm like, oh, like I want to see, like I don't have to ask them, I don't have to ask somebody else for their titties. So that was one thing. But then I told my mom, like, hey, is it true it might get titties? And she's like, no, like I don't know if she just didn't want to talk to me. She just didn't want to like have that conversation.
He's like, I don't want to put with your bullshit right now.
I think she wanted to tell me like they're not gonna be the same kind of titties you want. Like they're gonna be
Look,
so.
if you're surprised that Nick's dad would say that to him, Nick's dad says a lot of shit to him. Like oh my god.
Yeah. So here's the worst part though. But my mom goes like, but you do know that if you start eating bad, you might have to go to fat camp. And I thought that because sometimes they try to shame me or embarrass me for certain things. I think that in my head when I was a kid, I was like, wait, there's a fat camp, so it's a camp full of like nothing but goodies. I want to go to fat camp. I know that you guys won't be proud of me as parents, but I want to go to fat camp.
You would have had a fucking pissed off experience when you got there.
Yeah, because who names a camp fat? And then they don't have a bunch of fattening food there. Like, that's really shitty. You should call it skinny camp. It's like, no, not skinny camp. I don't want to eat celery. Like,
here's the thing. Some of those fat camps were legit, and they actually did teach kids like how to do healthy dieting, how to change their eating patterns. Some of them were goddamn fucking concentration camps.
Yeah.
A lot of those youth programs don't have regulation, and you just send your kids to be abused half the fucking time.
You're just sending them to prison.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
I mean, my ass never went to fucking fat camp, but you know if there's a short camp, my ass would have been there quickly.
Oh, bro,
what would that be called?
That'd be shit.
Tall camp or fucking
hold
whatever.
the monkey bar, Mr. Check-in, if you want those extra 2 inches.
Okay, now, two guys just grab my legs. I'm like,
God, that'd be funny.
back.
What'd you call it? So Tommy sent us a thing. He said there was a 500-bit thingy. But he didn't say the movie really quick. So if you get a chance, man, Tommy, say the movie that you want us to do, and we'll definitely
review that
as
for
well.
a refund. I was like, no refund here, sir.
Well, I just don't even know how to. Plus, too, by the way,
you refund it.
well,
no refunds.
No, because actually, I would not mind doing refunds. The problem is
Fuck that.
Don't say that. No refunds
Well, let me
allowed.
say, you dumb fucks! Like, God damn it! Like,
No, you trying to fuck with the bag. We ain't gonna let you talk.
No, because I'm not trying to. The reason why this needs to be put out there, because like once we have like a page that shows like why we can't, the reason why is we actually don't get your full bits. Just to put that out there, guys. Like I have it set to 500 because it makes sense, but like Twitch changes what they want to give you. So essentially, if I give you a refund, the max I'm gonna be able to give you without me literally paying for your fuck up is like $3. So, and that's just the way Twitch works. Now, if we make partner, that'd be different. Then we actually do get $5, and then like we'll talk about refunds or all that other stuff later on. But like the thing that really, thank you, Solar. That's the reason why Patreon's good. Mr. Reverend 7, Chris Herman has a Patreon, and it works really well for him. I just don't want you guys to have to go to another website and then give me something there and then do this and do that. I think doing it through all here just makes it really simple. And if Twitch makes a little money off of us, then fine, whatever. As long as it's
our
easy for you guys.
algorithms eventually.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the biggest thing, though, is that Patreon probably makes the most sense to do that stuff with. We haven't done it yet because, for one, too, like I really, really want to when I do a Patreon, I want to like push the fuck out of it to be like, yo, you for sure gotta fucking give us our shit because it's amazing. Right now on Twitch, it's kind of casual and whatever we are when we do the reviews, but things are gonna be changing soon though. Patreon wise,
he has never let me charge y'all. Never.
Yeah, but at the same time too, like you already working at different set. I remember Ganjo was giving you guys money to do memes once. I was like, what the fuck? Remember that shit?
No, I was invested into the community, sir.
I know, but it drove me nuts. Ganjo's a great person. Ganjo's a wonderful, nice person to you guys, but I would never be like, hey, whoever has the funniest meme, you get $5. Fuck you. And Ganja gave $20 once.
Oh yeah, I remember that shit.
Yeah, remember that stupid ass financial fucking thing he had?
I mean, honestly, like, yeah, it's financially speaking, probably a little 20's too much, but like, the idea of like people getting a little bit of cash or a shout out or whatever for doing a really funny meme, it gets people to get creative, and sometimes people can do really good memes as long as they're not focusing on me and my birds.
Imagine. Yeah, exactly, stupid. Because by the way, Ganja
but trust me, I made sure to put that disclaimer.
No, by the way, Ganja would have if Gary was having you fuck birds back then, like you do in your private time. No,
he would have won. He would have won, Alan.
He would have won.
First of all, eat a dick.
I would have gave him one.
Find somebody. Second of all, he did.
Wait,
Ganja
Gary,
constantly.
Wait, did Ganja give him money for that?
Yes, he constantly talked to me like, hey, do that, do that, do that, do that. Why do you think he got so crazy with the memes? Because of this stupid motherfucker.
Look.
At least show him, not just point at me saying stupid motherfuckers, I point at myself.
Quack.
That's fucking hilarious.
The fucking goddamn Gary bullshit. Most of it is Ganja's fault.
By the way, this is another one of those reasons, Alan, I keep saying that I'm your best friend.
I'm
not the best friend you have. I would never do that to you, man.
No, you're not. All this shows is I create my own enemies.
Yeah. Oh, what the fuck's going on now? Okay, apparently my shit's like about to turn off.
Calm down, y'all. No!
Yeah, no! Okay, damn it!
In fact, we will not turn down for what?
Yeah. Turn down for what, man?
Let's say it as wet as possible.
Yeah, no. But anyways, moving on though. Yeah, Tiger King, we all reviewed it. It is what it is.
What?
Now it's time to get into something a little bit
Sorry,
more.
what did Ryan say? Heads up, Tommy's request is being said with a visual hint.
Yeah, no,
Y'all
it's
are in the chat.
I know they want to play some game. Just whatever it is, I'll put it on my docket. But I'm not gonna go through the whole shit to find it because
I love it's like a visual hint. We're reading
well,
it.
no, and
so...
plus too, it's also like a GIF, but it's like a video Facebook GIF. So I had to pull up on my phone, hope the internet goes good, and then you guys can't see it. So I gotta be like, hey guys, so there's a character who's doing something funny, and he's also like,
Well, Nick,
take your
in
word
your
for it,
to be on your side, I actually open every link that gets sent just in case, so I can warn you.
but this is a private message.
Oh, it's a PM. Oh, okay. Well, then you don't have to show on the show anyway. So
Well, damn, it goes down in the DMs.
Yeah, but I mean, oh, it's Five Goes West. God damn it. Okay, cool. No, we'll definitely do it then. Five Go. I never heard of this. Have you heard of this? Five Goes West.
I've heard of
that's
this.
why I went. Who?
I think it was one of those like classic like animated hand drawn films. I think it was by the people that made The Land Before Time, if I'm correct.
I gotta tell you though. So
Ronnie,
Tommy-
double check that.
Tommy made us do Rover Dangerfield.
Feeble.
Okay, well either way, but like,
No, I said it right. I said Five-O. It's Five-O.
I'm gonna fucking whoop y'all ass. Wait, what? It's a 30th. Oh my god, that was a 300-year-old movie.
300?
Bro, if that's 300
Wait,
years
Nick,
old,
how old do
we
you
should
think
be
you
dead
are?
by now.
Shut up.
Bro, this
Chris.
came out when you were kids.
Man, I feel so old. This movie came out in 1720.
I laugh because it's a history joke.
No,
Fuck
no.
you.
See, here's what happens to these two fucking knuckleheads, all right? They hang out
Right, wow.
together, and they had a lot of time to bond when I was gone all week. So now they're like, oh, Ganja, you're funny. Oh, Alan, you're funny. Oh. Yeah.
I mean, Nick forgets I went on 2 trips with him. Like,
I know, but you argue with me like all the fucking times we didn't get to bond. You just hate me more. You know?
you always have an excuse.
Alan, you know you ended up liking me less during that. You know
I
you
like
did.
you less, like, significantly every day.
I know. This is why I fucking can't sleep at night.
I don't
'cause
like
I'm
him
sick.
any better.
I cry. Oh, you loved your ganja guru. You fucking love him.
No. Nick is
You
petty.
love him.
Because when I say some dumb shit and those
Back
two
on your
stupid
knees,
motherfuckers
Alan.
are laughing, he's like clapping and they're fucking giving each other hand jobs. But the moment someone laughs at him,
You gotta finish the bit, bro. You started strong.
yeah, started strong, and then you two stupid motherfuckers started laughing.
Well, no, because you know our hands are busy underneath this table there, Alan.
Yeah, fucking making sure each other gets a happy
We're doing
ending.
some team morale building here.
But the moment somebody else points one at Nick and everyone kind of starts laughing, he's like, oh, I can't believe this.
By the way, Helena, bottom farter, Corey's on right now, so you can go enjoy that, man. Go do your thing. But I'm not arguing with him. You argue with him. God damn it. By the way, let's put this out here. I'm not talking shit, Helena, but I just want to let you know, because it's kind of the same argument I got in with Alan when we first started the show. But there's a lot of shit that goes into prepping, especially the way these systems work. Corey has to go to a movie theater, then go to another one, then come over there, then get clips, then make sure that everything he has written down is like correct because you fucking
They
nerds
got
are
called
gonna-
Diaz like 6 times.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, it's not Corey's not late just for the, you know, oh, I'm late. You know, it's like he's busy, man. Like, you know, I know it sucks that he's late all the time, and I wish he could get better at timing. But I'm telling you guys, like, just.
I mean, in Corey's defense, the reason this show exists is because it's hard to do a live show consistently.
Yeah.
It's kind of why I always give Nick a little bit of shit. Why don't you tell me you're fucking lying?
Yeah, because sometimes I'm like, if I don't start now, I might not start.
Yeah,
'Cause
and I don't
everything-
blame him. I'm not gonna get mad and go, Nick, that was extremely unprofessional. It's like, nah, fucking get it. Just kind of send it, whatever. Let me know so I can be ready.
Yeah. But either way, like, I just always assume that you're on, because another thing too, I remember one of the things you said to you, you're like, hey man, what if my shirt was off? It's like, well, don't like, let's just say there was no show. If you called me with your shirt off, we would have to have a talk,
My
man.
camera wouldn't be on.
Then do that rule.
No, I mean, you're right, but it's like usually, like, okay, I got so used to, I was trying to give you I was gonna give you a compliment. It's about to compliment this man. Should I compliment him?
Oh yeah.
Do what? Do what?
No, not you. You don't get to fucking join in. But wait for the chat to go, and I'll compliment you later.
Come on. Oh, come on, Reese. What the
Yeah.
fuck? Like,
First
I was about
one.
to get this son
No,
of a
it's
bitch.
not.
I was about to get this son of a bitch to fucking. Hey,
No,
this is so
he
no,
knows
fucking
about
no,
being
honest.
no,
inflated,
built up.
son.
God damn it. Anyways.
Right, make a poll.
You know, honestly, I know what you're gonna say, and yes, my dick is pretty fucking amazing.
I mean, yeah, that many different colors, and you didn't go to a doctor to get checked out. It's amazing.
Wait, what the fuck does that mean?
I don't know, but you agreed to it.
I did. But can you say it one more time just out of curiosity? I want to know what I agreed to.
Nope.
You said it's many colors and that it's really big or what?
Yeah.
Okay, you do know that like dicks are different colors sometimes, right? Like legit. Like I think mine is different colors for sure.
My balls are different colors than my dick. My dick's more light skinned than my balls.
Like maybe when you're white it doesn't happen. Maybe like white dicks are just white and boring.
You're like just as white as I am.
No, you want to see my dick?
No.
Different colors.
Like this is the only way this could be solved, son. It's like
Yeah, like legit. No, like Alan, you know this, right? Though, like you do know that dicks are different colors, right?
I meant it was sweat. Oh my.
Well, no, like why are you upset?
I hate
Why are you mad?
so much.
Why are you mad about brown dicks?
No, just about dicks, man.
We always talk about dicks. Let's just bring in the chat.
Why are you
Dick
afraid
chat.
of melanated penis?
You got a problem with
Alex?
dicks?
The chatted dick?
Yeah, the dick
Mine
attack.
looks like a Snicker
What
bar.
do you mean? Fun size? Damn.
But Alan,
Alan looks like a sandworm.
I meant that like when a wound or your part of your arm swells, it changes multiple different colors. So when I said that your dick was big and different colors, I meant it was swelling and you should go to the doctor. You crackhead.
Y'all talk about
okay,
dicks
but you
more
should
than
make
the
that more
movies you're
clear
supposed
next
to
time.
review.
You should make that more clear next time because I thought
I
you were
didn't think
saying,
I had to.
because I here's the thing, I'm pretty sensitive to be honest. I thought you were making fun of my multicolored dick, and I was like, I was proud of it until this moment. Because I like that. Like, what if like you're like, okay, let's just say that like my ex-girlfriends are not my current girlfriend. I don't know what kind of dicks they like.
You really want to go down this?
Well, no,
road?
I just don't know. Like, every girl's different. You never know what kind of like, and maybe my current girlfriend might change what kind of dick she wants that day. And it's like I have all the colors here. I'll make an ice cream machine. Like I got
What?
all the. It's like
It's
No,
a rainbow sherbet of penis.
Yeah, it's like a snow cone.
I quit.
What the fuck is the problem?
You.
I bet you hate Pride Month. Huh? All the colors on there, you asshole.
Neapolitan dick.
Look, FYI, if your dick is pink, brown, and white,
Dude, some are though.
Yo, someone out there got a little Lego on their dick, bro. You're being insensitive.
Okay,
there's
actually,
two reasons why
can I
your
ask you a
dick would be that assortment of colors. You stuck your dick into a Neapolitan ice cream, or you have a severe infection.
No, really quick. Well, because you're probably thinking vibrant colors, but like I'm gonna ask you really quick. In porn, do you watch just white dicks?
I'm not answering these questions.
No,
anymore.
Alan, please. Like,
No.
no, because it's way better than Red Notice. Fucking, like,
Look, you're not wrong. It's more
Alright.
entertaining, but fuck you.
no, but for real,
I'm
like,
not being deposed. I don't have to answer your questions.
What kind of dick you look at, man? What kind of dick you look at in porn, man?
My own.
What?
No, you don't.
Wait, what? How you
No,
doing
you
that?
don't.
How you doing that, soldier?
He just holds a tablet right underneath, and his dick's like.
What the
No, a
fuck?
series of mirrors and shit.
Fucking like
lab
a
here.
sprint.
Full setup.
Alan, just so you know what makes it look weird that you don't want to tell him. Like, okay,
I don't
watch.
give a
Let me
fuck.
show you how your regular adult answers. Hey, Ganja, what kind of dick you look at in porn?
I look for ones that have the skin tone of mine, so I can pretend my visuals.
There you go. And me too, but I don't really have a preference. Sometimes I'm in the mood for big black hawk.
See, that just throws me off because I feel like I'm just watching someone else, and I get like a creepy voyeur vibe, and I'm not. It doesn't get. Doesn't do much.
Penelope, do you have anything to say to this?
I look
You
at
have
her
anything
dick.
going on? Nope, she's just like, leave me the fuck out of this.
Beware of the telescope meat.
Okay. Look, Alan, if I made you uncomfortable, I'm sorry, right, man? I'm sorry. But it's just like, if you watch straight porn, you're going to see dicks. So I was asking you, like, have you never seen, like, a Mexican penis? Because, like...
Even if you watch girl on girl porn, like they use strap-ons that are like also more colorful than Diaz's penis.
Yeah, because it usually is sometimes a little bit darker on the like closer to the pelvic, like to the rest of your body. It's like darker, and then at the end it gets like a little white. Like it happens a lot. That's Mexican dudes, Indian dudes, Arab people. Like they have different colored dicks. Now I know you're Arab, but you're very light complected. So I wouldn't be surprised if you have like a fucking looks like a. Looks like a light bulb or something,
A light bulb?
Well, because they're white, the light bulb shade.
I thought Mexican dicks had teeth. No, they got boots.
Oh shit! Someone get a knife.
All right, so Alan, do you feel comfortable enough to tell us what dick you see on porn?
No!
Want to move on? We can move on.
Let's move on. Fuck.
Okay, cool.
Why are you afraid of your own penis?
No,
I'm not afraid.
I'm not even gonna ask him anymore. I'm not gonna put him in position. He is clearly uncomfortable. But I gotta tell you, just based on this situation, he loves the fuck out of the dick he looks at.
I am not
that's
talking about porn on a fucking live show, you crackheads.
Did you talk about worse?
Yeah.
Have I?
You assaulted women of bigger statues.
I have never done that.
You did, and you threw him down some stairs. It's fucked up.
That never.
You're like, bitch.
That never happened. Jen just likes to make shit up.
I wasn't talking about her. You did that to Jet
Yeah,
too?
you
I
call
can't
her a
believe
racial
this.
slur.
Yeah, what
You
the fuck?
literally said it in front of her.
Yeah, that's true. You did say that too, Ganja.
I'll never
was
forget
quoted
this.
me.
Fucking, we're moving on. But at one point, I was in the bathroom, and all I hear is somebody just fucking Ganja yelling and just getting his ass beat. I was like, what the fuck's going on? I walk out. I see Jet on top of him, not on the ground, not standing, on top of this guy, just fucking batting his head in. I'm like, what? I was like pulling her off. I'm like, yo, what the fuck happened? I thought they got into a fight. She goes, hey, Ganja, made a joke. I'm like, made a joke? Yeah, see it again. Ganja just says it verbatim, slur and all. I'm like, just go back to beating his ass. I'm not gonna stop you.
Yeah.
See, Alan's comfortable with racism and not his own penis. That shows levels, man.
Yeah, that's priorities, sir.
I'm not comfortable with racism. Just let her beat your ass.
That's why you know this dick thing is such a problem for you because like you're so cool with like racial talk, but as soon as dicks come in, never mind.
We talk about the racial struggle all day. As soon as we talk about racial dicks, no.
As soon as dicks come in.
As soon as the dicks come in. Well, I know you're an expert on it, so I know why you're comfortable.
No, man. This is one of my favorite dick talks you ever had, but we'll move on now, okay? So, red notice. Hey, have you ever noticed the redness on my dick? No, actually.
You
Go
should
to a doctor.
doctor.
How many times this week have I told you to go to a doctor?
A few times. We do it every week, though. You know, it's
You
like,
probably should go to a doctor then.
fuck the doctors. So what we're gonna do? Tell me something's wrong with me? Oh no, shit. That's not here.
their
Dumb
job.
fuck.
That's why. So, do you not want confirmation?
No, I
The
don't
problem
need
is,
it.
Nick, I can't give you a prescription to fix your fucking problems.
It's like, well, I know a cousin, motherfucker. I'm Mexican. But anyways, moving
I know
on.
a Dr. Feelgood, all right? That's good enough.
I'll be just fine. But you know what else is just fine?
I'm waiting for
This
the
movie.
day where I have to do a chat attack or like, yeah, Nick just died mid-review.
That'd be good.
Gone.
But I mean, I would honestly be okay with that more so than being okay with the fact that I actually like this movie because gotta tell you, man, the first half hour, not half hour, first hour of this movie, I was so sure I hated it. I watched this with Jet's mom in Chicago. We went over there and we're like, oh, let's put on Netflix. I don't know what the fuck to put on, whatever, we'll find something. And then it's like, oh, The Rock, Ryan Reynolds can't be that bad. But The Rock was so bad at the acting, or not acting, but the action scenes. Like just running like how I would run. I feel like I'm more athletic than The Rock is sometimes. Because he's so huge with his muscles, he moves like a fat dude. Like he moves like a fucking.
Well, it's a lot of the
300-pound
muscle,
guy.
and it's like it's cardio versus like because you see Ryan Reynolds. And by the way, it's not Ryan Reynolds doing half those moves, but you see Ryan Reynolds. He's very
no
slim.
shit.
He's very
Well, yeah, no shit.
no. But this is some of the most overt. Where it literally like the guy's hair color changed. Like yeah, a lot of times like yeah, it's stunts to get people in to look like them. Yeah, cool, that's fine. I watch a lot of these movies. This one, I'm like, this is so bad. I almost think they got a person of a different race to be Ryan Reynolds in some of the action scenes. Because like there's one where it's like the start of the movie, and he's like he's doing the thing where it's like, oh, he's small and slim, so he's able to like jump through stuff and do stuff. And The Rock's like, I'm big dumb, let me walk through a wall, like his typical bullshit. But I'm pausing him like that literally couldn't be more different. I might as well have been Ryan Reynolds stumped out on some of those shots.
Yeah. And keep in mind, this is not gonna be a very, very long review, guys. I want to put that out here.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, essentially the story is one of these eggs. They're trying to go after it because it's like this huge national treasure, essentially.
Sure.
But the problem is though, is that this egg keeps getting either like stolen from somebody or replaced with a fake egg, and you keep finding out ways to tell that it is fake. And we pretty much get to see a reveal of like it's Gal Gadot that's stealing this egg, and right now, because the whole review, as far as like the quality of the review, is based on a spoiler. So, you guys got 5 seconds, and then I'm gonna spoil it, and then we're gonna give a rating, and that's it, because there's not much else to talk about here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This movie lives and dies by that incredible fucking twist. The twist is that Gal Gadot's been doing all this shit, right? And Ryan and The Rock had to get together because The Rock is almost
Should we
getting
give
in trouble.
a actual synopsis, or do you think anyone gives a fuck?
You give it, but like I'm telling you, like I technically already did, because I mean, once upon a
Sure.
time, the thing. That's it.
No, I'll make it extremely quick. Basically, Cleopatra has 3 eggs, and bunch of them are going missing. Ryan Reynolds is this super crazy fucking thief, and he's going around trying to steal this shit for money. Rock is supposed to be a profile that's going after Ryan Reynolds' character, getting help, and Gal Gadot is a third party, and they're all racing around the world trying to find these 3 eggs because if they basically give it to this dude, they got a ton of fucking money. Rock's trying to clear his name, and you have all these different, sequences around the world in which they're trying to find these eggs.
Yeah, essentially. And yeah, when I say it lives and dies by the sword, is that this whole movie is just typical. The Rock's the good guy chasing Ryan Reynolds and then dealing with Gal Gadot's thing, and then The Rock is framed like as if he stole the shit, whatever, and he's dealing with all that kind of stuff going on. And you're like, oh, well, obviously The Rock's gonna win at the end, and the good guy's gonna prevail. You find out The Rock is not the good guy. The Rock has actually been the bad guy. It's been a double turn. It's been a double heel turn, essentially, to the point where it's almost a face turn because Ryan Reynolds is the good guy. Just by proxy, just by the situation. Technically, he's not a good guy either because he's also a piece of shit. He's a thief. But for the protagonist of this particular concept of watching this movie, we didn't know that Ryan Reynolds being like the worst just by looking at the movie, he's actually the least worst because Gal Gadot and The Rock are up to this shit. And I feel like as soon as that happens, it explains so much bad shit about the movie. Like The Rock being stupid enough to keep losing the fucking egg or whatever. The fact that, The Rock is so bad at action. Because if you look, it looks like The Rock's not really trying to capture Ryan. That's because he's not. Like, why would he be trying to capture him? You know what I mean? And then, like, you would think, like, oh, well, the FBI is really stupid for thinking The Rock was actually part of it. No. This makes the FBI look good that The Rock is part of it because they called him out and they were trying to tell us a spoiler of the movie. So the FBI is actually really fucking good. Like, there's a lot
of those things where, because it is one of those things where it's like, how stupid can you be? Just do a second conversation. But it is one of those things where it's like, I've always hated the twist of it was me the whole time. It's most of the time it's done terrible. The most recent example of it being done bad is Spectre, where it's like, oh, it turns out it was Christoph Waltz the whole time. No fucking was it. We know that. You got the rights last year. Y'all just made this shit up. But the benefit of this movie is there's a lot of inconsistencies that if this is just an action movie, you don't give a fuck, like whatever. At one point he's shooting at the cops. I'm like, I get you're being shot at, but those are officers and you're shooting at them. Bullets don't discriminate. They're not gonna sit there and go, well, he doesn't want to kill them, so I guess we won't murder people. Like, bullets don't have those fucking internal fucking conversations. So I'm like, why the fuck are you shooting at him? Oh, you're actually a bad guy. You're not a cop. Like, that makes a lot more sense. It's like you're still trying not to kill him, but a police officer would not shoot at other police officers, in that situation. But a bad guy would be like, look, I'm not trying to kill him, but
There's like 5 or 6 things that I was like literally like verbally like, oh god, it's so fucking dumb. And then those things were like explained by the movie. Like the movie apologized to me later on for it. And I was like, I've never seen a movie do that really. Like I've seen maybe like 3 or 4 movies do that sometimes, like in horror movies or like like Malignant kind of does that. But like it's like it really. And I actually watched the movie again, dude. I couldn't finish it the second time, but I watched the first half again, and I was like, wow, like this, knowing the ending, this is not even hard to get through now. When the first time I was watching, I was like, oh my god, just end. Now I'm like, that's all right. It's not great, but it's like it's all right. Like so I mean, you could say more things about this. We can talk about the acting, we can talk about all the other stuff, but for me, it's all subjective, especially when it comes to a movie about The Rock. And this wasn't given to us by Bit Bounty, so this is more so of a recap than a review. But I'm gonna give my rating now, and because of that twist, man, this is a 3 out of 5 movie. It's better than average. It's not fucking amazing, and the action scenes are still shitty, and it's still kind of bad acting. But I think Ryan Reynolds was funny as shit. It's the same thing that we saw with Deadpool. I know people are getting sick of it, but it's like you guys should have been sick with it 5 years ago because it was already bad then.
It was.
So now people are like, oh no, I'm not in the mood to like it. Well, you guys are fucking idiots because next time.
He's been playing the same character since Best Friends, and what was the other one?
I've literally screamed that I don't think
Van Wilder.
Is funny.
Yeah. So, I'm not saying you, Alan, but me. 3 out of 5. Go ahead and take it away there, Alan Shikazine.
I like his character personally, but I understand how he can get old real quick, especially with him now becoming more mainstream than he was more than 10, 15 years ago.
Did you see this movie, by the way, Gandhi?
No, I did not, sir.
Oh, okay. See the character.
I just love Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. Which is fine, because we've disagreed with that, or disagreed with each other on that a lot. But I will say that, like, if you do decide to watch this, you'll like him a lot. Again, I think. I
got happy when he was Detective Pikachu, even though I still kind of wanted either Danny DeVito to do it.
Yeah, but,
I actually liked him, Detective Pikachu.
But Alan, go ahead and give your rating and review, or whatever, man.
Well, the thing is, I remember screaming at the trailer because I just don't think Ryan Reynolds is funny. I've never really found him funny. I think he has his moments. And the trailer and the Netflix preview made it seem like, oh, it's gonna be the Ryan Reynolds comedy hour. I'm like, his comedy's fucking terrible. Luckily, the movie's not that. It has his bits, but all of his jokes are terrible. But the movie kind of acknowledges that because the characters are like, you fucking idiot. It's almost like I wrote the other characters. Because Ryan Reynolds is doing the same thing Ryan Reynolds always does, where it's like, oh, I'm Ryan Reynolds. That means I'm the dumbest person in the world until I'm the most smart person. But at least this time around, it's like there's really bad scenes, but they kind of balance them out with like, look, at the end of the day, I love a good heist. Like, I love a good heist. I like people being smart and things going according to plan. And when shit fucks up, people come up with another plan on the spot. That's always fun to do. Watching people be intelligent to get through a situation as opposed to stumbling their ways through stupidity. It's always, to me, it's interesting. That's why I kind of like these movies. That's why I love Inception. It's a fucking heist movie. But with this, it's like, yeah, as much as I think The Rock is a little played out, and I fucking hate Ryan Reynolds, they kind of balance each other out because you could tell they're both trying to be the coolest guy in the room. They're both kind of bad at it, but they're like, it's like they're bad at it, but they balance each other out. They're both terrible, but they're on the scale, and you're like, oh, when the Rock kills a scene, Ryan Reynolds kind of saves it, and vice versa. So I never found myself really hating it until Gal Gadot shows up, and I'm like, okay, we get it. Gal Gadot's the most attractive thing to ever walk the fucking earth. We fucking get it. But when she's trying to be funny, I'm staring at the ceiling going, oh my God, fucking move on. But when she's being a little bit more serious and almost nihilistic, I'm like, okay, that's your niche. You're really good at being the nihilistic woman. When it comes to being kind of funny, you're trying to out-charm the two most charming people in the world, and you're not pulling it off. It is failing epically. But luckily, they don't rely on that. Everyone kind of fills whatever niche they need in the scene, and it kind of works, but it doesn't work as well as it needs to. Not as well as it should, because I don't think you could ever make this work, because I don't think these three people could ever work, but it's like you get enough where like it could almost be good, but it's never going to be anything more than a 2 out of 5. Okay. Like all the action is bad. All the action is badly choreographed, except for a couple scenes. There's a few cool moments, but it gets ruined by either some of the worst comedy, some of the stupidest decisions. It lives and dies based on a pretty good plot twist, but you don't give enough of a shit because it doesn't really mean anything. It's like, it was me the whole time. I was the bad guy. You kind of weren't. And it just only... The plot twist just makes the movie make more sense as opposed to being a revelation. It's more like, oh, all that stupid shit makes more sense now as opposed to anything that actually impacts the movie, because it ends and the movie just kind of ends immediately afterwards. I'm like, well, you don't gain anything from that. So I can't sit there and be like, I want to see a sequel. I probably will watch it because I like a good heist, but I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, and that's the other thing that made me like not like it even more so, because I was already kind of enjoying it a lot, but like that abrupt ending, and then it's like, oh, sequel. It's like, no, bullshit sequel. I don't know about that.
I mean, it's a Netflix movie, so it probably will.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I don't know, man. One thing I can't think about this movie too is like I can't stand overhearing about the same shit over and over. And right now, the biggest wrestling storyline right now is Red Notice. It's about the egg. The Roman Reigns is going to steal the egg from The Rock, and then WrestleMania. So stupid. Very, very stupid. I fucking hate wrestling right now. Oh, I really do. Anyways, we were going to do King Richard. And by the way, I almost wrote King Arthur about 5 fucking times.
That's fine.
Yeah, Jesus fucking Christ. So what we're going to do, I really, really want Jet to be part of that. Because Jet's reaction while watching this whole movie was hilarious to me. And the main thing is, like, I just want to end out because I want you guys to go enjoy Double Toasted. But
yes,
spoiler alert: when it's a thing about us, like we have to wait the next day to review something, I'm just gonna tell people what I think, just very, very quickly, just a good bad ratio.
Sure, just in case they miss it.
Yeah, I loved it. King Richard is one of my favorite movies this year.
Cool.
Fucking awesome. So we'll see what happens with that tomorrow.
I'll say this because I'll most likely be on the review tomorrow. I also did the review for One of Us. I believe that review, if you follow the One of Us page, or you follow Justin Zarian or Chris Cox, part of the Screener Squad, either it's already out or it's going to be out in the next couple of days. I'll talk to Justin and see when exactly it's going to be out if it's not out already. But I am also on that review, so that's the first place I gave mine, and I also give it on here.
Sweet, man. So with that said, people, we're going to get the fuck out of here. But you guys can follow them where you guys follow them usually, over there, the Metropolis Collective and everything like that too. Is there anything going on?
No, but we can become famous.
Yeah.
Xmas.
Yeah, dude, let me see if I can do that. I'm going to get famous right now.
Yeah. I want to be bigfollows.com. Remember that?
Oh, man. And he's gone. But
that guy just wanted to give us followers. What's wrong with that?
I was literally about to do that. I was clicking on his name.
Now we'll never get a Wikipedia page.
We're trying to make it big out here. We're just too slow.
We're never gonna.
You know what I want? I want a Wikipedia page for us. That's how I know we made it.
Okay, I'm already on a right-wing watch page.
You two dummies do not make it because I don't want to have to
respell
everything.
I want the fans to make it because like Double Toasted has one, and I want like Chat Attack and just people trying to come up with the bios for us and shit.
Oh God.
Don't put I'll be scared if you actually nailed it.
I would be mad because I don't like me, so anything someone says about my character is gonna suck.
Bro, what if they get your high school right? Like what you experienced and shit? Like they get your actual
the history for all the history based on the Chat Attack, because they don't know us, so they're just like trying to watch the shows and figure out what the fuck we said.
Gotcha's criminal history explains certain stories.
I don't know, but I gotta go pee.
So, okay, fine, one more joke. There's an entire lore section to explain all the
Okay, yeah, you're not good at jokes. You're not good at jokes. So we're gonna get out of here.
I want you to piss yourself on camera.
All right, guys. So we out of here. Goodbye. Stay toasty. All that good jazz. I'm putting on the music. There it is. All right, goodbye. Stay toasted, like I said, and we'll see you guys when we'll see you guys. Goodbye, and I'll talk to you guys.
Thank y'all for watching.
Big fart.